By now you've created your Google account, your Gmail account, if you will. But Google is much more than just Gmail, as you're about to see. So you've created your account. Go ahead and log in if you haven't done so already. Saved my login from earlier. And you land here, obviously, at your email inbox page. But what you're looking for now in this video is this little, it looks like a telephone keypad up here. And this is your best friend because this is your gateway to a lot of other Google things. So click on it and it pops up this box of options. Search, maps, that's a great one. YouTube, we'll get into that in another video. News, calendar, drive, Gmail, obviously. Click on more, the more button down here, and you'll have Hangouts and contacts, all these other options as well. But the main ones we're going to talk about in a few of these videos. We're going to talk about YouTube. We're going to talk about Drive. Gmail, we've already kind of covered. Calendar is a great one. And also Hangouts for keeping in touch with people. So for purposes of this video, you've clicked on your numeric keypad up here, and you're going to click on Drive. And Google Drive, it was actually renamed G Suite, S-U-I-T-E. This is your gateway to Microsoft Office type applications that you don't need to have installed on your computer. In other words, Google Drive is wonderful because you can access it from any browser anywhere in the world. So if you're at your library, or if you're at home, or if you're at your child's school on one of their computers, you can access your Google Drive simply by being logged into your Google account and clicking on the keypad and hitting Drive. And this is your Drive. I've already prepped a couple of documents here, but basically when you click on New up here in the left-hand corner, it's going to prompt you, do you want to create a new folder? Do you want to upload something? Or do you want to create a new document? Google Docs is the equivalent of Microsoft Word. Google Sheets is the equivalent of Microsoft Excel, and Google Slides is the equivalent of Microsoft PowerPoint. Let's click on Google Docs. So we're creating a new Google Docs. And basically it pops up a window to just start typing. This is well, you might get a prompt like this. I'm going to say no thanks just to keep that from popping up again. But this is your Google Docs window. It has many of the features that are in Microsoft Word for simply creating letters and whatnot. Microsoft Word is better in many ways. It's more feature rich, but it has to be installed on your computer in order to use it. So if you happen to be using a computer that doesn't have it, then you can't use it. Also, Microsoft Word you have to pay for. There's a licensing cost for Microsoft Word. So if you just went to the store and bought a brand new computer and you did not buy the Microsoft Office software, Google Drive and Google Docs in this instance is a great option because you don't have to pay for it. It's part of your Google account. So again, we're here in the document window. And I think what we're going to do is we're going to pretend to write a letter to the school. I have kids myself, so I'm just going to write a letter to my daughter's school. So we'll start off with the date. Today is 2017. It is March the 4th. And my daughter goes to Riverside High School. Actually, you know what? Let's do this. Let's just say, Dear Attendance Office, I need to pick up my daughter early today. For an orthodontist appointment. Oops, I misspelled it. Let's right click on that red squiggly line and it's going to pop up. Oh, there's the correct spelling. I left click on it, orthodontist appointment. please have her ready at 1 p.m. Sincerely, Alan Brown. Now, if you have a printer, you can print this. So I'll print it. Usually what I do is I'll actually hit the carriage return, put some space in between Sincerely and Alan Brown, so that when I print this, I can physically sign my name here with an actual pen, and then off this goes. Now, what I can do also is double click up here and say, rename it attendance letter, and hit return. So now, if we close this, you see it shows up here. This is now saved in the cloud for Google Drive. And if I ever want to open it again, I just double click on it, and there it is. And for that matter, if I created this on my PC at home, and now I'm at the library, or now I'm at my friend's house, and I need to get this, I can just double click it from wherever I'm logged into my Google account. It's going to be there. And there again, with Microsoft Office, sometimes you'll create this in Microsoft Word on your laptop or your PC, and it's going to be stored there, and you're going to be somewhere else, and you're not going to be able to access it. So Google Drive is wonderful for that. So this sort of talks about Google Drive, and really this is what you're seeing here is an instance of the cloud. I had previously created this folder called Letters for Susan, and there's an early dismissal letter. I'm going to click the back button, and I'm going to left click once and hold it and drag this into Letters for Susan. And I'm just kind of staying organized here. Maybe you've got maybe you're going to night school at the community college, and so maybe you want to create a new folder and call it Community College. And then maybe when your professor gives you assignments, you might want to put them in here. One of the things I can show you is this. What you're seeing here is the contents of my local computer. And just like with most other applications, I can click on this with left click and drag it over here and let go of the click, and I'm copying that document up to my cloud. I just uploaded that document up to my cloud drive here. So when I go to school and I'm in the classroom that has computer, and I log in to my account, and then I log into Google, I can come in here to my community college folder, and here's my drive that I did on my computer at home. So I can show it to my professor. So Google Drive, the things that you can store here in the cloud in Google Drive aren't limited to the things that you create here. You can also upload files to your Google Drive, and it makes life wonderful and license-free as compared to Microsoft, accessible from any PC in the world, and it has many of the features, not all, but many of the features you're going to find in Microsoft Word. Let's go back to the Letters for Susan, the letter we just created, attendance letter. Some of the documenting, some of the formatting options. Same. You highlight something, you can click to make it bold or italic or underline it, if you want to. Or you just do it all again to undo that. I don't want it to be italic, so I click italic again to straighten up that text. Maybe you want to get their attention, so you want to make this red instead of black. Or sometimes, let's real quick, we'll do a new one. And when you close this, it's automatically saved. You don't have to worry about losing your changes. Let's go into the community college folder, and let's say we're going to create a new document in Google Docs. And let's say this is like a term paper, okay? So it's going to be a term paper on research for new cars. Oops, misspelled it. Right-click, research. Okay, got that corrected. that's the title of our report. Chapter 1, Toyota. Chapter 2, Buick. Chapter 3, Nissan. And this is all, you can see up here to the left a little bit, this is all normal text, okay? But what we can do is we can highlight this. We can make this, click on normal text up here to select a different style. So click on that, and let's call this heading 1, okay? Now, put our cursor back next to Toyota and click enter. It's going to go back to normal text. And that's fine. Maybe let's do a sub chapter, which would be like Toyota Corolla, and then Toyota Camry. All right, let's highlight this stuff again, and we'll go back to normal text, and we'll set heading 2. All right. Not very creative, but you know. All right. So we have heading 1, we have heading 2, and we have normal text. If you were going to create a table of contents, let's see, insert table of contents down here at the bottom, and we'll select this style here. So click on that. And now it's taking, this is heading 1 text, and this is heading 2 text, and it's organizing this stuff. It's obviously not going to show you the text content, the normal text. It's just showing you the headings. So when you get to a 5 or a 10-page paper, this is your table of contents. It keeps it organized a little better. And you can access those areas of the documents by referencing the page number out here. So this is just a little flavor of some of the things that you can do with Google Drive, and in this case, Google Docs. And I just realized I looked at the clock and I got to go pick up my daughter from school. So you close this. Don't worry. All of your changes will be there the next time you come back in a couple hours. Double click it, open it up, and you're right back where you left off. Or you're on another computer and you're right back where you left off. So that's just a little introduction to Google Drive and Google Docs, and we'll cover some of the other features of your Google tool set in the next video.